Cosplay is basically a bunch of nerds getting together, dressing up in costumes and acting out as a character in any sort of given situation. It can be in cosplay meets, it can be at Comic Con. It's just dressing up and having a laugh. For this convention, I'll be making Miguel from The Road to El Dorado, which I'll be wearing on Sunday. And for the Saturday, I'll be making a hunter from popular game Bloodborne. Between everything I do outside of cosplay, it's mainly just procrastination, lack of sleep. Instead of doing essays, I'll be building props, because what are assignments? And it really is just time wasting. I'll sit there, be either reading a comic, sat there watching a film, playing a video game. I'll look at a costume and think, I like that, that looks fun, I like this character, I'll have a go at making them. And most of the time when I'm making a costume, I will just buy basic clothes. For example, for the Bloodborne Hunter, I'll buy a plain white shirt and just dirty it up with coffee, hot chocolate, whatever. Just rub it in, make it look old, make it look dirty, and just edit regular clothes. I started by going to my first convention in Sheffield, where I went as a character called Misa Amane from Death Note. I already had the hair for it, so I decided I don't need to buy a wig. I've already got a vest, I've already got a corset, I'll just buy a cheap skirt from Primark, cut up a pillow to make a white ring to go along the bottom of the skirt, buy a pair of tights, boots, sorted, done. I'll be making Tiny Tina at some point from Borderlands 2, which is an incredibly unique costume. It's very recognisable and very complicated. It's not something you can really buy and then edit, it's something you have to make from scratch. Cosplay to me is a bit of an escape. Being a uni student and now having a job, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of tire, you get very annoyed, so it's nice just to create something, take on a different personality and get out of the way of regular day-to-day life. I've never entered a competition before this one and I've never done any photo shoots before this, so it's quite exciting.
Are coming up on stage now. They are here as, let's be honest, fan favourite characters, Tulio and Miguel from The Road to El Dorado.
I've been going to cons now about 4 years. My first con experience was just a local one in Sheffield, down at the arena. It was small, quite empty, but the amount of cosplays that were there, the amount of fun that people had, just getting to come out, getting to do something that's not quite common, it's a lot of fun. That was my first experience, and now I go to a lot bigger ones now as a result. I've made a lot of friends throughout the cosplay community. I've made so many. I've got more friends now through the nerd community, through Comic Con, than I have throughout going through school, without going through anywhere else. Because you all have the same interests, you've all had a similar experience, so you all kind of bond together. I have a very niche interest and I come across as quite strange for having such a niche interest. So it's quite difficult to connect with a lot of people who aren't into the same things because you've nothing to really talk about with them. Which is why Comic-Con cosplay, it's a great experience for people who have a similar issue. You don't have to keep a shape for cosplay, it's anyone cosplays any character, that's the whole point of it. You don't have to have a certain body type to do a certain character. Even though there has lately been a few more stigmas around body type in the cosplay community, seen as though it's become more popular. But no, to me personally, you don't need to have a specific body type. But to me personally, keeping in shape is important because I've been doing training now for the majority of my life, so it's become a bit of a personal obsession, not for cosplay though. As I said, there's been a lot more stigma, there's been a lot more, because it's becoming so popular now, there's been a lot of issues of it becoming a bit of a fashion contest now rather than cosplay, but it's not the case the entire way around. Majority of people in the cosplay community are friendly, which is why I love it. Definitely growing. You see a lot more of it now in social media than you used to. But the whole thing of cosplay, it can be absolutely anything, from a bought shirt you found on eBay to a shirt your favourite character wears in a regular series such as Big Bang Theory. Just walk around in a Green Lantern t-shirt, people will think, hey, yeah, I know what that's from, it's great. It can be anything from piece of foam armour you've spent 6 months building, or says it can be something you've whipped up the night before, which to be honest most cosplayers actually do, it is just whipped up the night before.